How is it going, everybody? It is Upshift Racing here, and today we're back with another career mode episode. I know it's been a little while, but we're finally back with it. And we're back with our crew chief, John. We got Kansas and North Wilkesboro this episode. So got one short track, one intermediate. But in order to do good at these intermediates, we're going to have to upgrade our stuff a little bit. So we upgrade our engine to level 5, our first level 5 part, and then use the rest of our points to fix our level 4 stuff. And we also have a sponsor offer finally. We got Dart. They'll give us $2,275 a race. So, of course, we're going to try to go for that top 20 finish. So, yeah. We're all ready to race. We got Kansas. We're 10th in the point standings, 2 points behind Tyler Reef. William Sawallich is leading the way. We're just in front of we're just in front of Cole Rez, right behind Tyler Reef. We got Kansas, North Wilkesboro in this one. A little bit down the line, we got Charlotte, some other Michigan, some other cool racetracks. But yeah, so with a new sponsor means we have to make a new paint scheme, and boom, just like that, we have our new paint scheme. It's kind of actually really basic, just kind of a white and red scheme, but we fix our suit, make it look all pretty, and yeah, so now we have a new car on the racetrack, a new sponsor with us. Hopefully we can make some more money with it. We're still at 1,000 rep, rank 2's at 10,000. We still got a little bit ways to go. But I think we're finally ready to head to Kansas. So Kansas, it's a 1.5 mile track. And the ARCA card is kind of weird because both lines really work. You can run the bottom, you can run the top. It really doesn't matter where you run. But it's a very beautiful racetrack. See, the grandstands are packed for ARCA practice for some reason. Absolutely full of cars. No idea why, but we got 4 o'clock practice, we got 5 o'clock qualifying, and we got a 7 o'clock race tonight. So all 3 events happening in one night.
Let's rock and roll.
Our goal is a 33.2. We're going to loosen up the car a little bit and see if we can get that lap time going. You see coming through here, first lap time not so hot. It's a 33.4. Hit the wall a little bit too, actually. That's not going to help any matters, but honestly, this kind of track, it's my bread and butter, you know. I'm a big fan of the intermediates in this game, especially. We should perform pretty well here, I think. We got Jason Kitzmiller behind us. Hopefully he won't impact our lap too much, but really trying to hold that bottom line through 3 and 4. Coming off of 4, let's see what we get here. Hopefully it is our goal time, because that's extra money that can go into the bank. And we do. It's a 32.8, so very impressive lap, at least I think. We're 4/10 off of Brendan Queen, who finished first in practice, and P12 overall, so not too shabby whatsoever. But now we have to try to replicate that in qualifying, try to run a similar or faster lap, hopefully. As we come off of turn 4 to start our lap, make sure we cut all the way to the apron, and yeah, we just got to qualify from the top 20. We should do that pretty easily. Trying to coast all the way to the bottom in 1 and 2. Got to really make sure that you arc it in, try to carry that momentum through the corner here at Kansas, because they're pretty long turns, they're pretty wide, so you got a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? You got a lot of wiggle room, I guess, off the corner. Just try to slide up on exit, but it's looking to be a pretty solid lap. I don't know if it's gonna be better than the lap we ran in practice, and it is by a lot, actually. 32.5. That's also going to get us 12th in qualifying. Same kind of spot we got in practice, but LeVar Scott wins pole, actually. Good for him. He beats out Brendan Queen and William Sawallich by less than a 10th. As we look through the rest of the grid, Eric Johnson Jr., 3.9 seconds off of the pole time. That is pretty rough, but it's race time. We got to believe 25 laps here today at Kansas. And hopefully it's going to be a good 25 laps. Hopefully we can take advantage of some situations, try to get ourselves up into the top 10 and get ourselves a good result, because that'll be very, very helpful. Here we go, 25 laps. We got Isabella Robusto on our inside. The green flag is out, and we do not get a good start at all, actually. Tyler Reef's going to pass us on the bottom. I believe Thad Moffitt's actually going to come through here as well. We got 14 laps on fuel. It'll be a 1-stopper if we go green all the way. but after a bad start, we fall down to 14 with a little bit of gap between us and Thad Moffitt. Actually, Amber Balkin's going to try to go to her outside of the 22, and I believe she's almost going to complete the pass. We still are not up to speed at all, by the way. This is kind of a rough start, but there we go. We kind of sent it off in the corner. We're going to clear Amber Balkin on our top and try to get to the bottom of Thad Moffitt here on the front straightaway. But like I said, the grandstands are packed for an ARCA race that probably wouldn't even fill a quarter of the stands in real life if we're keeping it a buck. But we're going to pass Thad Moffitt on the bottom, get up into 13th, gain most positions back that we lost on the start. We're going to get underneath Tyler Reef in the Sigma car. Shout out Sigma Performances. And we're going to use that momentum, actually, try to make almost a 3-wide move here on Laney Bice and Jason Kitzmiller. But we're only going to get to the bottom of Kitzmiller. Try to poke to actually the bottom of Laney Bice as well. Can we get a 2-for-1 down the straightaway and into turn 1? It'll be pretty close. We're door to door with Bice here off the corner. We pull ahead by a little bit. Got Jake Finch in front of her on the outside line. I mean, we can just use this bottom. We can roll this bottom lane and use it to our advantage. It's absolutely perfect. We're going to get down to the bottom. Still not clear of Bice yet. We're going to hit the apron a little bit. That might give her a little bit of leverage. We're going to use the draft we get off of Robusto, and I believe we're going to be pretty close to being clear here. We do clear her. As we move on into the top 10, this is perfect, but we're actually going to slide up the racetrack. She's going to get back underneath us. We're going to door bang a little bit, but pretty clean racing so far. Pretty clean race in general, as William Sawalich takes the lead away from LeVar Scott. I don't know when that happened, but we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to get to the bottom of Greg Van Ulst. We're going to pass him. We're going to get to the bottom of Isabel Robusto. Hopefully he's draft off of Jake Finch and pass her as well. And things are looking pretty dang good. Looks like a good points paying, a good money day if we can keep it together. But moving on to lap 6, we're going to get to the bottom of Jake Finch in the 25 car. It was only a matter of time, of course, when we were going to pass him. The car feels awesome. We're running 2/10 off of the leader. We're pretty competitive. And we really got a shot here today. So you move to the bottom, still side by side with them. We're finally going to pass them on the bottom, clear up, and fall into 7th place as we head to lap 7. So a little further on, lap 8, we, in a matter of 2 laps, we made up over a second on Andy Jankowiak, and we're going to easily make a move on him into 3 and 4. That's kind of been where we've been making most of our passes, honestly. Just rolling that bottom and clearing guys off of 4 with that momentum off of Cole Raz's drafter to get to the bottom of him as well and make a pass for 5th. So from 12 starting position, falling all the way down to 14th, and now we're up in the top 5 by lap 9. Kind of an unbelievable start here. But I told you, intermediates are kind of my bread and butter. This is where I feel the most comfortable, as Andy Jankowiak's actually going to give us a little bit of a push there as he tries to pass Cole Raz as well. But now we set our sights on the top 5. Lap 11, not looking like we're going to make a whole lot of gains on him, but some guys are pitting. I believe that is LeVar Scott and Brendan Queen that just came in and made a pit stop. William Sewell is still in the lead. Andy Jankowiak's actually still in my bumper, by the way. So we move on to lap 13. We're sliding up the racetrack a little bit. We're going to be pitting pretty soon, but Andy J's actually figured out how to kind of hang with us here. I kind of thought we'd pull away from him, but he gets to our bottom. We're not going to pit quite this time. We'll probably pit next time around as William Sawalich stays out another lap. Andy J pits, so that gives us a little bit of breathing room as we head into our in lap. We're going to take 1.5 cans, 4 tires. I mean, it's an 11 lap kind of a sprint, so hopefully that gives us an opportunity to make up a lot of time, get down to pit speed, and everything looks pretty solid. Hopefully our pit stop's going to be good. We get a 15.7, which is pretty solid in this game. We're going to come out about 15th, but like I said, those guys pitted way earlier than us. They took advantage of fresh tires to make up a lot of time on us. As there's actually Andy J. He's going to probably come out about 3 seconds in front of us. So we blend into the racetrack. There's Jake Finch, we passed a while ago. It's going to be a little bit of a battle passing some cars, but we have a fresh tire advantage, and we're going to be able to use it. There goes Isabel Robusto around us as well. William Sawalich still is yet to pit, surprisingly. Hopefully he pits soon, but yeah, we got enough fuel to make it. Now it's going to be a matter of how well we can drive, how while the car drives with these new tires on. I don't think I made actually an adjustment because the car felt too good, but after passing some cars in the pits, we're up to 12 for battling for 11th with Robusto. Gonna get to the bottom of her to pass her, and honestly, we got to make up a lot of time here. We got to gain like 3 seconds in Amber Balcony. We might have actually waited too long to pit, unfortunately. Maybe we should have split it in half like some other guys that have managed to take advantage of this. But actually, Amber Balcon, 2 laps later, is really slow. We're going to get by her just fine. Maybe this was the move. Greg Van Olst, unbelievably slow in this high line, by the way. He's 40th. He must have had something. He must have had a problem on pit road or something. But we use Greg Van Olst as kind of a pick to make a move on Jake Finch and pass underneath him. We got some more lap cars in front of us, kind of blocking us from Tyler Reef and Andy Jane Koyak. But coming to lap 21, 5 laps to go in the race, and we pass the Sigma Performance's car of Tyler Reef, who is just behind us in the point standing. So that's actually probably pretty good. But now we just got to gain on Andy J. Koyak and maybe even have a shot at the pole sitter, LeVar Scott. But Lainey Bice, on older tires, she's fallen back too. Coming to 2 laps to go. We're in a really good spot to make some moves here. But we're trying to get to the bottom of Lainey Bice. Todd Souza's wrecking in front of us, and Lainey Bice goes around 2. 2 cars spinning around right there. I didn't even notice Todd Souza was spinning there at the exact same time. That was kind of a weird circumstance. But that brings the caution out, and that means overtime for the ARCA Menard Series, which actually isn't a thing in real life, so I don't understand why it's in the game. But nonetheless, we stay out. Nobody else pitted. It was kind of pointless to pit anyways. We get a really bad restart. This is honestly not what you want to see after the amount of momentum we had before that caution. This caution might actually screw us over. As Isabel Robusto passes us, Tyler Reef passes us. Thad Moffitt's going to try to pass us on the outside as well, but we got Amber Balcon in our bumper. She's giving us a big old push, and we're going to be aggressive. We're going to get our elbows out. We're going to be aggressive. Get to the bottom of Tyler Reef. Get to the bottom of Lainey Bice, who I just dumped. Apologize for that, by the way. But get to the inside of Andy J. Cole Raz right in front of us. LeVar Scott's moving, too. Get to the bottom of Jason Kitzmiller. There's Lois Allen. There's William Sawalage all the way up there. We're making moves like crazy to the bottom. Up into 3rd place, LeVar Scott just in front of us. William Sawalji just in front of him. LeVar Scott's got quite a run here. We got quite a run here. We can honestly maybe make a run of this thing. We absolutely send it in deep into the 3 and 4 for the final time. We're going to send it in on LeVar Scott. We hit the apron. We barely even touch him, but LeVar Scott's got a chance. He's going to the bottom of William Sawalji. Who is it going to be at the line? It is LeVar Scott getting his first win in his ARCA career, and it is a career best 3rd place for Upshift Racing and this 84 team. LeVar Scott gets a dub over William Sawalji by 45 thousandths of a second. Scott blazes to victory in the tied 150. While it's off to see a rookie like gaming get results like this so soon. Great season. Upshift Gaming's been making friends. Thank you, LeVar Scott. And then Lainey Bice, of course, talking some crap about us on social media, but it's not going to matter. She's not going to do anything about it anyways. But we make a lot of money. We get $19,000 from that race, 41 points. Pretty solid run from us. And we didn't damage the car really at all. So we should be in a really good spot to upgrade some parts here as we head into North Wilkesboro. But really, a really solid run there. I guess not solid, a really great run for us here. As we're going to do our work for the week. There's John Stockton. I think his name's actually John Stockton. That's just kind of interesting. But we make our upgrades. We're going to upgrade our body, our chassis, and leave the suspension alone. Up to 385 performance points, which is absolutely perfect, by the way. Super close to having a fully upgraded ARCA car, so hopefully we'll be able to start competing for wins more often. But we move up to 8th in the standings, tied with Jake Finch. We pass Cole Raz to move up into 8th. William Sawallich still has a 18-point lead over LeVar Scott in 2nd. But we passed Brendan Queen, too. Brendan Queen's actually kind of struggling this year. I thought he would do a lot better than he did. I mean, he was the ARCA champion in real life. But as you look through the rest of the standings, Lainey Bice all the way down there. I mean, she's like 40th place anyways. I'm 8th. Like, I got stuff to fight for. She's got to deal with her own business, I think, and not mine. But our car is looking good. We've got to wrap up a little bit. We're ready to go to North Wilkesboro. So here we go. The track they just revitalized, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? 2023, I believe. No, this is 2024. No, it was 2023. I don't even know when North Wilkesboro kind of came back in NASCAR, but ARCA's racing on it. We're ready to go in a triple header weekend with the Cup Series and the Truck Series. Our goal is a 19.550. I kind of hate this track, if I'm being honest. I'm not very good at it. It's kind of a weird track where you can run like multiple lines. Like, it's like banked but flat on the bottom. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Like turn 1 and 2 really reminds me of a roller coaster if I'm keeping it a buck. But we run a 5.83, 33 thousandths off of our goal lap time. That's not going to be good enough for pretty much anything. We take 21st in practice, not looking good for a top 20 at all. Hopefully, can improve a little bit in qualifying, run a little bit better, make a little bit of extra cash so we can have a fully upgraded ARCA car. But we're ready to put a lap down, put the big old thumbs up to our crew guy, and let's see what we can do here. But like I said, it's just kind of a weird track. It's like really banked high but flat on the bottom. It's kind of like I don't know if I'm weird for saying this, but like a smaller Nashville Super Speedway in that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just delusional, but we have a solid turn 1 and 2. We got to really brake to get down to the bottom. We did not do a good job of getting to the bottom at all there. We're going to freaking almost hit the wall there. That is not a good lap that we want to see. I mean, it's better than a practice lap, but we want to see better. We know we can do better as we run this outside line here through 1 and 2 into 3 and 4. We got to get on the brakes, and it's still not turning the way I kind of wanted to. Maybe I should have loosened it up a little bit before this, but off of turn 4, it's going to be a 19.661 we run. Not better than our first attempt, but qualified 21st outside of our goal, 5/10 behind the leader. William Sawalch wins the pole over Brendan Queen by 1,000th of a second. So very, very tight gaps right there, but we're ready. So we stare at the American flag to race here at this 1 mile short track. We might have to resort to some short track racing to try to move forward here, but I believe we can do it. Our race pace is normally a lot better than our qualifying pace, so hopefully it'll work out for us. We got 50 laps to get into the top 20. I think we can do it. We got a good chance here to try and get some points, but we get the green flag. Cody Dennison on our outside, Eric Johnson in front of us, and it's not a good start at all. We just kind of suck on the starts, honestly. Cody Dennison's actually going to cut in front of us, and we already have 96% aero. It's going to be a long race, isn't it? And I'm still struggling with the car off the corner. Really almost lost it there. DL Wilson's going to get below us. There's AJ Moyer on our bottom, too. And since we have damage, the car's not going to turn really that well at all. Amber Balkin trying to get in the action, too. She's on our inside. We hit the wall into the corner, making things even worse than they were before. But hopefully we can improve. We can get the run that we need off the outside and past the 88 car, AJ Moyer, but it's just not turning at all. We need to get back to the bottom and use more brake or something. But not a good start, not the start that you want to see at all, but at least it's going to be, it'll be about a 1 stop for us here. We're making it 3 wide at North Wilkesboro with Eric Johnson Jr., who's kind of struggled off the start as well, but we just keep going up the racetrack. Our car is just too damaged to really turn that well. Like any little bit of damage and the thing just feels like a boat. But we get to the bottom of Eric Johnson Jr. We're going to pass him. We hit the apron, kind of wash up into AJ Moyer as we continue on into 3 and 4. This is probably going to be our best corner yet. We're going to use the momentum we get off the roll on the bottom. We're going to pass the 88 car. William Sawalch leads. What else is new? But now we're kind of making some gains here, gaining all the spots we had, we kind of lost. Alex Clubb is the next one of our victims. We're going to get to the bottom of him in turn 3 and 4, hopefully get a decent run and pull in front of him, and that's exactly what we do. So one more spot, we get our goal. So that's pretty good. And the following corner, we're going to pass Cody Dennison just like that. He had a really bad corner, kind of washed up the racetrack and struggled there. But after passing him, we're going to get to the bottom of Jason Kitzmiller, who's running actually pretty bad. He's normally like a top 10, top 5 car in ARCA. And we're going to make our way past him. So we have our goal now. We're in the top 20 decently. And just like that, we're going to pass DL Wilson too. So like I said, our race pace really showing through here when it needs to be. So head into 3 and 4. Hopefully we can clear Wilson here. We're going to gas it up off of the corner and make the move. So coming to lap 9, it's looking pretty good. Running in P18, but Alex Clubb he wants back around us for some reason. I did not realize he had the kind of pace to kind of hang with us, but he's the GOAT, so I guess he might as well. But to the bottom he goes. We're kind of struggling on the outside. Like I said, the car's still not turning because of our damage. And he's going to clear us for 18th, but we're going to kind of cross him over, get back to the bottom. Maybe have to use the bumper a little bit, kind of shove him up the racetrack. I don't think we really hit him, but we're still trying to fight for our lives here for 18th. Where after a third place run at Kansas, we really should be running better, but we're going to get to the bottom of our club, finally clear him. He's going to have to deal with battling with guys like, I believe it's D.L. Wilson behind him, but now we have a big skip forward because we can't go anywhere all the way to lap 27 and nothing has happened. We're slowly, I guess, trying to gain on Greg Van Alst, but it's not looking too good. But we pulled away from the guys behind us, though, finally, and most of them are getting lapped. D.L. Wilson, the next one to follow the lap down, and we honestly might get lapped in this one too. William Sawalsh just kind of picking him up and putting him down right here, but slowly gaining on Greg Van Alst here, just trying to manage the damage the best we can. The fact that we got damage in lap 1 kind of screwed us over here, but maybe we can still have a shot at the top 15. I guess we'll see. But now to lap 34, William Sawalsh is gaining on us by a ton, but we are gaining on Greg Van Alst slowly and steadily. Like I said before, coming to lap 35, 16 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. We got plenty of time to see if we can try to catch him and make a move. And we got Todd Souza right in front of him too, so we could try to make our way up into the top 15. But the way we've kind of saved fuel here, we're not going to have to pit because of how much off-throttle time there is in North Wilkesboro. We're not going to have to pit, even though I originally thought we were. But yeah, running a little bit, actually, I think faster lap times in the leader there, but lap 39, we're sending it in. We're saying screw it, screw you, Greg Van Alst. We're coming through. We pass him on the bottom and go up into 17th place, and now we have a little bit of gap to Todd Souza, but then an even bigger gap to Trevor Huddleston in front of us. He's kind of a short track ace, so that makes sense. But William Sawalsh is also kind of getting on our bumper. He's having to manage lap traffic that we're trying to manage too, guys like or people like Becca Monopoly and such. But we're coming in on Todd Souza. We're gonna freaking send it into turn 3 and 4, hit him off the racetrack a little bit. He gets a little loose, but 10 laps to go. You got to do what you got to do to move, man. We should not be as far back as we are right now, honestly. But we're gonna kind of shove him off the racetrack. He breaks out of it. He was a game of chicken, and he lost. We come through up into the 16th position, putting our Dart Ford Mustang into 16th place. And maybe we can have a shot at Trevor Huddleston, maybe not. But with 3 laps to go, it's looking like we're actually going to have a decent shot here. William Sawalsh still has not lapped us, by the way, which is kind of shocking. I'm pretty sure he's actually the white car behind us. But Trevor Huddleston, he's next up on the list. We're going to absolutely smash into him, by the way. He's going to spin out right in front of the leader. Absolutely perfect, honestly. Like I said, we're going to have to use some short track racing to our advantage, and that's exactly what we did. So we're actually about to lap AJ Moyer, too. We were racing him earlier, which is kind of funny. But sorry, Trevor Huddleston, but we had to go. We got points to earn. We got money to make. We got a level 5 car part to buy. I forgot which one it is. But coming through to the white flag, William Sawalsh. He wins the race. His race is over already. But I think we're not really going to try to gain any more positions. It's going to be way too far back to really do anything. We're going to send it to the bottom of Jake Bowman, lap him for another time, and we're going to come through and get 15th. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. We got our goal of a top 20, but they could have been a lot worse, especially the way our race started. But William Sawalsh catches the dub over Brendan Queen. 1.8 second gap between him and Brendan Queen. Lost Allen, Jake Finch, Patrick Starpoli getting 6th. That's a good run for the eye doctor. But we gained 720 rep. Definitely not a good race at all from us. But Todd Souza, he's not very, he's in the just send it phase of learning how to drive. Thank you, Todd. William Sawalsh, how about that one, North Wilkesboro? He's glazing them quite a bit, but it's okay. He probably won't. Actually, never mind. But we make $7,800. Definitely not a high money race. Definitely not a high purse there at all. And honestly, I feel like we kind of got out of Dodge the way this race ended up. But our car is looking pretty damaged. We're definitely gonna have to use some working points to work on the car. But So we move on here. Just before the end of the episode, we do have a little PR opportunity. We can go to a minor league game and increase our rep, or help the guys out with shop inventory. And I believe we are going to take the work points to work on the car this week and improve it. But we're super close to 200 subscribers. Don't hesitate to subscribe to help us reach our goal. And we will see you all in the next Career Mode episode. Goodbye.